It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Been on Wikipedia for this one because it's old beer. Skol started off being brewed by Coop, which was a large brewery. They had one in the Midlands, and then they had a brewery up in Scotland. This beer was brewed in Scotland, and it started out life as Graham's Golden Lager in 1958. It became very popular, and they changed the name, and Skol was born. Skol Lager. You can buy new bottles of Skol now. You can buy 10% ABV Skol Lagers if you want. They're quite strong. You can buy a 3.5% ABV Skol Lager if you look hard enough for it. It's still available. But this one is a limited edition bottle brewed in 1981. Brewed in the United Kingdom. Allied Breweries, Burton-on-Trent. Okay, so something's happened since the Coop purchase. But this is 1981. Limited edition. A strictly limited brew produced specifically to celebrate the silver jubilee of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth. Right, okay, Queen Elizabeth, silver jubilee. So when was that? Oh, blimey, I don't know. I thought it was the marriage of Charles and Diana. 1977. 1977, so it's a really old bottle of lager. It's still got that film around the top. What I'm looking for here is with that little bit of foil around the edge, has it kept any kind of seal? Is there going to be any kind of carbonation? 23, so that's 47 years old, this beer. So let's get it out then into a glass and see what we get. It was the smallest of hisses. I'm not sure if you heard it. Maybe rewind the video and go back, but it smells that like, it's that kind of typical, smells like a strong, cheap wine, if you like. So this is lager. This is what happens to lager when it oxidizes. So you can see then there's lots of sediment in the side of the bottle. I simply had to get it out. Look at the sediment there. Look at that sediment, that black sediment in the bottom of the bottle. A couple of reasons, 2 reasons why this is a particularly bad one, this one. It smells like paint stripper. There's 2 reasons why I'm opening these old beers. I bought a load of them about 3 or 4 years ago, and they're just kind of like, I wanted to display them, I wanted to put them in a big case and stuff, but I just haven't had time. I haven't got the space anymore, and I'm still working on this area out here, and I just don't have the room. So I'm like, right, rather than like donate them to somebody else, let's stick them on YouTube, because they'll be on YouTube forever. Well, that's the hope anyway. So this beer should be light and golden. Look at the colour, from being light and golden to like almost pitch black, looking like a stout. Unbelievable, isn't it? Absolutely unbelievable. There's no carbonation whatsoever, and there's lots and bits and pieces in the glass. Let's get the aroma. Yeah, the aroma, I've drunk a few of these old beers now, and this is probably, I'd say this is the worst. The other thing I picked up from drinking these old beers as well is never stray too far away from a toilet. That's the other thing that happens drinking really old beer. You're like, whoa, let me out. But there is some toffee malt in there is some biscuit malt. It's very kind of like barley wine like now. Right, I'm going to dive in. I won't be drinking much of this. Yeah. No, it's actually, it's not too bad. I mean, as lagers go, it's definitely not a lager anymore. Although, you do get that drinkability, you do get that lovely drinkability to it. It's actually something that you could possibly get used to. I've drunk a few of these now, and there's a certain distinct flavour. I wish I could put my finger on it, because it's also very impossible to try and explain. It's like a leathery nuttiness. It's like a lot of tannins, a lot of kind of like a leathery nuttiness that comes through. There's probably people out there, there's probably brewing experts out there that go to Harriet-Watt University that can probably explain exactly what's going on with this beer, and being in a bottle for like 40 odd years. It's probably part of their kind of like brewing training is to maybe sip on old beer just to see what happens to it. Bottle number A557018. Not for the faint-hearted, this. Not for the faint-hearted. Certainly with all of that yeast, that kind of sediment and stuff in the bottom of the bottle. Head brewer was, looks like Cowman. Something Cowman there. Maybe you can have a look at the... I mean, if the guy was 40 years of age brewing this beer, he would be about 87 years old now. So, you know, you'd like to think that maybe he's still alive and maybe he gets to see this video. If he was 50 or 60 years old, then the chances become very slim, don't they? 97, 107, you know? So, no point in rating it. It's old beer. It's just to kind of like document this. It's just to kind of like put it in the archives, really, feed it into the internet. Feed it into YouTube, and YouTube might do something with it in 50 years' time. Who knows? Who knows? I'm pretty sure some of you might find it interesting. But thanks for watching. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. There's nothing on the back. There's nothing on the back at all. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.